Hello, it's Riley. Um, Kind of an odd video. I am just taking my meds. It's like 10:15 at night, and tomorrow will be 2 years on feminizing HRT. Um, I am, I don't know. Trans femme is probably about the most descriptive thing I can come up with that makes any sense. Um, I don't know, gender fluid, girl twink, fucking. I don't know. It doesn't matter, does it? Like, I don't know. It doesn't affect me, so it doesn't matter that much. Um, I just wanted to give maybe an insight to what the last 2 years has been taking feminizing HRT. Um, maybe this finds somebody who's getting going and feeling like I did when I first started, or somebody a year in, or somebody who's been at this a long time and just wants a different insight. The first thing that I will say is that everything took exactly as long as anybody said it would, and I was very impatient. um, when they say, like, oh, you'll start seeing breast development at this time or whatever, it's like, it's gonna take a while, right? Like, I mean, I'm wearing a big baggy sweatshirt today, so you can't really see, but it's like, it takes a while. I mean, I'm 2 years in, and I'm maybe like, I don't know, a B cup ish. I don't know. I haven't actually gotten measured yet. Um, but it takes time, and I know that you watching this, you already know that, or you probably already know that. But like, it's a reminder that it's a slow process, and patience is the most important thing. The most important tool in your toolbox is patience. There is a lot of transition that will come down to just being patient. And that doesn't necessarily mean sitting around and not doing anything waiting for something to happen. That is so far the opposite. It's, waiting for doctor's appointments. It's waiting for lab results. It's waiting to see the effects of the hormones that you're taking. It's waiting to get forms and paperwork filed and notarized and get your new information, your new name, your new ID, whatever back. It's patience and understanding that however old you are right now, it took you that many years to live your life to the point where you've gotten there. And it takes time to get it where you want it to be. Obviously, like, I started transition when I was 27, and like, it hasn't taken me 27 years to get things squared away. Obviously, I'm 29, but the point being that it wasn't, I couldn't just snap my fingers and make it happen. It took time. It took a lot of thinking. It took a lot of sitting with myself, listening to myself, and caring for myself to do that. And it's kind of the next thing I want to say is self-care. And I don't just mean like Moisturize, wash your face, drink lots of water. Those things are all very important. And taking your meds regularly, especially if you're taking daily feminizing HRT, make sure you're trying to take it like at the same time every day. Um, the self care goes beyond that. Give yourself space to exist where it doesn't hurt. Find the safe place. Find whatever little bastion, whatever little thing you have that reminds you that life is worth living despite the pain, despite the struggle, despite the suffering, despite any hardship that we face. It's worth it. Find that place and keep it sacred. Make it a very special place for you and go there as often as you need to. And remember that maybe you will struggle. Maybe you will stop taking hormones. Maybe you will detransition for a little while, a long while. And that's okay. Whatever your reason is, it's a good enough reason for you. And that's all that matters. Because it is really hard. And the number of times that I've thought to myself, I can't keep doing this. I can't carry on. Even a month ago, I felt like that. And I figured out why, and it didn't really have anything to do with transition. But those feelings are normal. And the best thing to do is have your space, have your comfort item, your comfort game, food, drink, preferably not alcoholic, video, show, movie, place you go and walk, place you go and swim, a drive you like to take, the music you like to listen to, the person you like to be around, whatever it takes. Find it and keep it sacred to you. And that's what I mean by self-care. The real taking care of what's in here. Yeah, taking care of like the rest of your body and eat. Very important. Make sure you're eating. It's very important. Your body fat won't redistribute if you're not getting calories. Obviously care for your body. Drinking, taking your meds, eating food, moisturizing, hygiene, all of that stuff is super important. But it's so easy, and we so often forget about what's in here and what's in here. And those are the things that are going to be tested the most through this process. And those are the things that you have to take care of the most. Because it's what keeps you going. I guess the last thing I would say is don't let anybody tell you you're doing your transition wrong. Obviously, if you're taking your hormones and you are blatantly disobeying the advice of medical professionals in the method that you're taking it, especially if that means far more than what you're being instructed to take, like, they're not telling you you're doing your transition wrong unless they have specifically said those words, and I'm willing to bet that they haven't. That's not what it's about. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, don't let people tell you, like, oh, you're taking feminizing HRT, that means you're a trans woman now and you have to be womanly. Like, That's not what that means. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm somewhat effeminate, but I'm not like ultra feminine. I I'm not wearing any makeup. I don't usually. I'm just wearing a big baggy math sweatshirt. Um, I've got this like funny twink haircut from like 10 years ago that never really went out of style, I'm saying. Like, and that's fine. This is good enough. Like, you'll find a point where either you will find your regular level of expression in femininity, masculinity, whatever, um, that you know is right for you. And for me, it's always been like a chore to be really super feminine. And so I haven't. And I struggled with that for a long time because I was like, no, I'm taking these hormones and I know I need to be really feminine and I need to do all this stuff and it's like you know, not really. I think maybe the an example of something that felt like that's why I did it and it ended up working out anyway was getting laser hair removal on my face. Um and like looking at pictures from before and after, like it's huge. It's a huge difference. And I'm glad that I got it done. But it was something that I felt like I had to do to fit some model of trans femininity. Um and that's complete bullshit. Like there isn't a model of trans femininity. What your transition brings you to, how you transition, where you want to go, what you want to do, that's entirely up to you. And nobody should try to tell you how that should work. And if people are trying to, they're probably trying to sell you something and they're not worth listening to. So that's kind of all I have. Um, I don't know. If you found this, I don't know, put a comment of what year you're watching this in. That seems to be something that um, people still do for some reason. That was funny like 10 years ago. I don't know why people still do that. Um, I don't know when I'm going to post again. Hopefully, I'll keep writing some music. Um, I'm kind of working on a bit of a solo project of making some videos about, or just like making some music about trans stuff, because that's kind of hard right now. And by kinda, I mean the worst it's been in a long time. Um, and I can't always march, but I can write the theme music, and that makes me feel special. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep making music by trans people for trans people because that gives me hope and that gives my life some meaning and purpose. And I hope that you can go and listen to it and you will feel renewed in your desire for bettering yourself and bettering the world around you. So, until the next time I post something like this, take your meds, eat some food, drink some water, and to quote Fairy Princess Lucy, know that you are valid.